What is up, guys? I'm joined by the handsome
Gershwin.
Yeah, we'll agree on that point, but just for today. After that,
And what's your name?
the safe and sound alchemist. Did you hear that sound, alchemist? Let's get to the questions, because this is another episode of For the Greater.
Yeah.
I was snapping because it sounded like poetry. So like poetry slams, they snap. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And my eyelid right now is doing that thing where it like bumps or like
It twitches.
It twitches. That's really annoying.
You know what that means, right?
No.
That means that somebody's talking about you in a good way.
Well, you guys are all probably commenting about me.
What a piece of...
This question comes from Mountain Yeti. Which 40K faction / Legion of Spacemarines would you like to see played more, and why?
The Mantis Warriors.
Why?
Because nobody plays them.
And if you don't know who the Mantis Warriors is, because I haven't finished the Bad App War. I will finish the Bad App War campaign. But basically, they were guys that actually sided with Huron...
Luft Huron.
They actually went towards... And he was actually chaos infused.
Infused.
Just like water. With lemon. And they actually fought against other Space Marine legions for their own independence.
Yeah.
Think of them as like the Confederate Space Marine faction. In a non, like, promoting the South type of way. Yeah. If that makes sense. And then, okay, so... My Space Marine Legion.
Yeah, I already said Mantis Warriors. Thanks for arguing for them.
Wait, why? So why is it then?
Because they're green.
Okay.
No, I mean, honestly, like, they seem pretty cool on paper, but, like, I actually want to see somebody, like, really flesh them out, give them character, and play them on the battlefield.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
I would want more people to play the Black Templars because they're the zealots. So it would be really badass to see them, like, you know, out and about.
Burning witches.
Yeah, screaming. What is it?
The unclean.
What was that from Game of Thrones? Shame, that stuff. That'd be badass. Next question.
That Fish Guy 95. Is it worth it to make out with Slanesh?
No.
Totally.
I don't think so. Because herpes.
Well, you'd feel the utmost intense pleasure while doing so. So much so that herpes is like nothing to you.
Okay. Next question comes from Z-Brass. Do you think Christians or Christianity could come back in the 40K universe or even come into existence? No, it is against the law. There is only one God, the Emperor of Mankind.
Which he himself said, "No, I'm not a god, guys."
Yeah. But Jesus didn't say that.
Did he?
I don't know.
No.
Next question.
Specnos. Primaris Tyranids. When? I guess,
Primaris Tyranids?
Yeah. So the whole Primaris Tyranid thing, it could actually exist as long as enough Primaris Space Marines are actually killed off and their biomass is turned into goop and then put out into new Tyranids. So it's sooner than you think. Since after all they were fighting, because they went to go liberate the Blood Angels that were being like pincered in by Tyranids and the demons. So.
Next question comes from DOW234. Should Malau come back as a king of chaos? No, stop asking.
Malau is a pretty cool concept, but again, like, GW can't use that name, so just call it something else and twist it to a certain point. But yeah, it's possible.
But even then, like, he's the renegade god of chaos, right?
The god of unbelief, I believe. A chaos god who hates other chaos gods.
And I would argue that you should just invest more on the Alpha Legion, because that's kind of what the Alpha Legion are.
Yeah.
And then he has a second question. Is it possible to make a reply from any question that you have answered last week? Maybe a Patreon add-on? You could reply. we'll start doing this since you asked. If you have a reply to one of or something that we have said, just put reply in front of your reply, and then we'll try to answer, or we'll talk about
We'll rebuttal it. We'll reply to your reply.
Now make sure to read the replies so that you can thumbs up the replies that you guys want us to talk about.
I don't know, the more I say reply, the weirder that word sounds.
It's just a weird word, reply. Anyways, next question.
Kevinator 199. How dare you butcher Spooktober with Orktober?
What?
Me saying that, like, October should be all about Halloween and spoopiness, not orkiness.
Oh, well, I mean, in all honesty, really it's Picktober for the orcs, because all we're getting is pictures of the orcs on the Warhammer website. Like, there's no codex. Like, this, you know what really grinds my gears? That GW came out with all these new orc models or whatever, or orc vehicles, and you know it's just going to be like the planes where it's one kit, and in that kit you get to choose between these things. I get it, it's cool, but why don't you just give us like different types of models? Why give us one box with like 5 different options and say that you're giving us 5 different models? You're not. You're just giving us one.
Technically, well, you're buying only one model. Just convert it, magnetize it.
But so then, what I'm trying to say is like, so would you say, because then in that case, every single box that you purchase for Space Marines is actually not just one Space Marine model, it's however many chapters there are, which is 100. So in other words, you're getting 100 models but with this one box, and the answer is no, that doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing with the orc vehicles. But yeah, maybe I'm that guy who just like doesn't appreciate what GW did and say that it's Orktober, but it's not been October. Anyways, to answer your Spooktober thing, we are putting out creepypastas day, so I hope you guys are enjoying those. If you're not, too bad.
Yeah, I've got like a few creepypastas that like I'm gonna use as inspiration from like my spooky experiences. So if you guys have any like, we'll do this. If you guys have gotten this far into the video, put question in front of your question and tell us like a spooky experience that you guys have experienced, and just put at the end, has this happened to you? That way it's still a question, but we still get to hear your like paranormal stories.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, and Halloween's right around the corner, so.
Happy Halloween.
No, that's scary. Girls don't say that.
Next question.
Fakenit 66. Are the Harlequins driven mad by their time in the webway, or is it by their laughing god? Or do they just act crazy as part of their performance?
It's not really crazy. They're actually very acrobatic. They're very structured. The laughing aspect of it is because they're supposed to be like the jesters. Mm-hmm. They play roles. They're actors.
Right.
Last question comes from John Deacon. Godzilla! How would the Imperium view him, seeing as how he isn't a Xenos? What chapter would he be in? So Godzilla would not be in any chapter.
He'd be seen as like a Xenos.
Yeah, because, well, it would be about an abomination. He'll be a mutant, because that's what he is. He's a mutated lizard. And, I mean, the whole motto of the Inquisition is burn the witch, what is it? Something the Xenos, and destroy the mutant or something?
Purge the mutant.
Purge the mutant. So they would try to purge Godzilla. Destroy him outright. But those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. I hope you guys do what we asked you to do with the reply and the question in front of your question, and then the spooky situation, and yeah.
Spooky situation, reply to the questions. A lot for you guys to do, but it's doable.
With that said,
Gershwan,
Sound Alchemist,
signing up.
Always used to put my freedom first.